Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today you can see I have a ton of crafting material out, and that is because I got a custom order to make I think it's like over 50 of these signs. So I'm actually doing it in two separate orders because originally the order was for 20 signs and I ordered just enough material for 20 signs, and then the principal increased the signs to, I forgot, I think but it's definitely over 50. So I was going to just finish up 30 first and then send them off to him, and then do another round. This was the original sign that I posted on my Instagram. I'm going to show it to you all. So this sign is actually made out of acrylic. It's acrylic material. I cut this with my Glowforge Aura. The black is acrylic material, and then this is felt. And I ordered some acrylic but didn't have enough material for 30 or even 50 of the signs. So what I told him was that I was going to make the sign out of wood and felt. So this is how the new sign will be, and I'm going to add his the school name right here. So the back is made out of wood, and then the rest of the pieces are felt, and this part is vinyl. So I'm going to go ahead and show you all how to make that. The very first step is to cover the wooden circle with vinyl, and I cut the wood with my Glowforge Aura. This is permanent smart vinyl, and I don't recommend throwing your vinyl on the floor like I just did. Through a ton of trial and error, I figured out the best way to apply vinyl onto a piece of wood, and that is to cut out a square and take the corner and stick it to the table, then get a ruler and scrape the vinyl onto the wood so that you can take out any air bubbles, and that way it goes on nice and smooth. So this is permanent vinyl, so it is very sticky, which is what you want because it needs to be able to stay on the wood. And then I'm just taking it off of the table and using some scissors to cut it. If you don't cut your vinyl that great, you could use some sandpaper. I feel like I did a really good job cutting it, so I didn't need any sandpaper, but that is an option just in case you don't cut it evenly. Now I'm going to use tacky glue to attach my felt piece. When I first started making the signs, I was adding the tacky glue onto the felt piece first, but it was just causing a big mess. So what I started to do was to put the tacky glue around the edge of the round piece and then attach that felt onto it with the edges first, and then I grabbed my tacky glue and added glue onto the lines that are in the middle. You want to make sure that you do press down on the tacky glue, but try not to use so much glue that when you press on it, it like gushes out on the side, because you will be able to see it. Even though it dries clear, you just don't want a bunch of glue on your sign. All right, so now we're adding the other pieces of felt, and I'm just placing enough glue. Again, you don't want to add too much glue, but you need to add just enough so that it will be able to stay on there permanently. And this is the black outline, also made of felt, and this part is a little bit tricky. You need to make sure that you are being careful with this because you have to do the outline of the image and it can get very messy. So just take your time doing this. Once you add your glue, you're going to gently place it onto the round sign, and it fits right in the middle of the blue felt, and then just press it on there so that it is nice and attached. And then you're going to get your tacky glue and add your other felt pieces. So every piece is felt except for the brown part of the apple and the middle part of the pencil. I didn't have the gold colored felt for the pencil, which I really wish that I did, but unfortunately I just didn't have any more, so I had to end up using vinyl. I would recommend felt if you have felt because it just makes it look much nicer and it's way easier to apply. I did have a lot of trouble adding the vinyl into the little pencil places, so that's just a forewarning if you're making this. Another thing that was happening that I didn't really like was the tacky glue was dried up, and when I placed the vinyl on top of the pencil, you kind of saw that the vinyl was lifted a little bit, which I did not like at all, but I didn't really have any other options because I didn't have any gold felt. So just keep that in mind. I will try to find an alternative way to do this for the next batch of signs that I make. I'll probably just try to order some gold colored felt to use. Now I'm going to add my vinyl. So I did cut the black holes on the left side with vinyl using my Cricut maker. I did use removable vinyl and I used my Cricut maker to cut the letters. Just a tip, if you are doing a lot of letters in your cutting, add a rectangle around it because it will help you when you're weeding your material, because it just will avoid you getting your vinyl stuck when you're trying to pull up the entire page. After you weed out the design, you're going to get transfer tape and cut it to size. After cutting your transfer tape, you're going to peel it and then apply it to the vinyl and attach it to your sign. After applying your transfer tape, then use your scraper to make sure that it adheres properly. Then grab your scissors and cut out each of the sections. This Y got messed up, so I'm taking it off and I'm just using another Y that I had for leftover vinyl and just placing it on the sign. Here is how the sign turned out. These signs were honestly a lot of work, so I really hope that he likes them. I hope to work with this principal again, hopefully during Teacher Appreciation Week. He can have me make some more custom gifts for his teachers because last year he did, and it was awesome. I'll catch you on the next video.